Hello, brubs. We're back with new book arrivals number 296, day 6 of my quest to buy 200 thrift store or thrift books during my 9-day vacation. I only got 17 today. That takes me up to 150, so I'm going to need 15 minimum, basically 16 a day for the next 3 days, which seems like it's going to be pretty difficult. Agatha Christie, The Golden Bowl. What's this one about? I still haven't read any Agatha Christie. This book it's kind of jizzed up, but I still got it just because it's in pretty good condition and doesn't smell like a hooker's bung. A butler who wasn't a butler, a duchess who wasn't a duchess, a thief who wasn't a thief, a madman who wasn't a madman, a corpse that most definitely was a corpse. This one's great. The body language of sex, power, and aggression. How to recognize it and how to use it. Going to use it, bruv. Oh, I guess she can use it too, huh? Woo-hoo-hoo. Let's see what this says. My father-in-law is a lawyer, and yesterday I was in his office when a new client came in. I've rarely seen my father-in-law so respectful to anyone, and afterward I asked why. He told me he knew the client was an important and powerful man just by the way he walked in. It turned out he was right, but I don't believe anyone can tell this by a walk. What do you think? I'm with your father-in-law. You can read quite a bit of character from a man's walk. The hard walker is often the determined person. The fast walker tends to be impatient and aggressive. The way a man walks will reflect the way he uses his body. The way he uses his body can tell you the type of man he is. This book actually has some value, although with this clipped fucking cover. Sure. Look at this. I can tell by your attitude, bruv, that you're a powerful man. That's right, buddy. But don't think it's a man's world only. Look at that hair. You fucking talking to me? The Blithedale Romance by Nathaniel Hawthorne. Dog, what book is this? Cat, this is Sex, Power, and Aggression. The body language of sex, power, and aggression. You want this guy? Or you want this guy, which is a woman? Nathaniel Hawthorne, The Blithedale Romance. In the 1840s, Nathaniel Hawthorne spent several months in a utopian socialist community outside Boston, an episode he claimed was the most romantic of his life, essentially a daydream and yet a fact. Oh, you want me? What are you? Are you a bro? Obviously, you're smile guy. All right, buddy. Miles Coverdale, the narrator of the Blithedale Romance, flees the bars and theaters of the city for Blithedale Farm, where he and a group of like-minded companions intend to begin reforming a dissipated America. But the group, Coverdale, David Coverdale's father, the prurient bachelor, Hollingsworth, the furious philanthropist, Zenobia, the voluptuous feminist, Priscilla, the vulnerable seamstress, are a powerful mix of competing desires and drives. This book sounds great. Whoa, what's this? First day shopping certificate for Lazarus. Oh, 10% off. 1995. 10% off Lazarus's. Does that place even exist? I've never heard of Lazarus. The Good Soldier, A Tale of Passion by Ford Maddox Ford, who was a friend of E. E. Cummings, which is the only reason why I know him. Of him. I don't personally know him because I think he was dead before I was born, but I was aware of something treacherous, something frightful, something evil in the day. I can't define it and can't find a simile for it, bruv. It wasn't as if a snake had looked out of a hole. No, it was as if my heart had missed a beat. It was as if he were going to run and cry out, all four of us in separate directions, averting our heads. In Ashburnham's face, I know that there was absolute panic. I was horribly frightened, and then I discovered that the pain in my left wrist was caused by Leonora's clutching it. The sociopath next door. 1 in 25 ordinary Americans secretly has no conscience and can do anything at all without feeling guilty. What you got, bruv? Who is the devil you know? Personally, I don't believe in any of this, the sociopath next door and all that bullshit, or narcissism. This guy's a narcissist. Here's the deal. He just doesn't like you or respect you. Doesn't mean he's a narcissist. It just means he thinks you're a piece of shit. And that's why he acts the way he does towards you. Shout out what? The fuck is this? Kind of butter churning bullshit is this? What are you, 12 years old? Hey, shout my name out, buddy. I'll feel like a champion if you shout my name out. Shut up. Be a man. Be a man and seek anonymity. I got this book because obviously there's the tradition of binding feet. I believe it's in China. China, bruv. Yeah. This woman refused to do it. I don't know if it's her or if that's the mother. A gripping, candid, dual memoir that relates the stories of great aunt and great niece and their individual struggles to reconcile Chinese. Yeah, you're a kid, so I'm not shouting out anything. Here's my shout out to you. Seek anonymity. Seek zeros. Don't seek zeros. Seek anonymity. That's all you need. Avoid the crowd. Seek anonymity. If you want followers, seek zeros. Because that's what you'll be doing. Seeking a bunch of zeros who have nothing else to do. Or you'll find this fucking guy. I guess he was a respected doctor. He's the sociopath next door, buddy. Oh, yeah, that's why I got that book. This book, How the Irish Saved Civilization. The untold story of Ireland's heroic role from the rise of Rome to the rise of medieval Europe. I've been meaning to pick this book up. I've been trying to find it in hardcover, but no such luck. And today, since I need books for my quest, this is one of them I picked up finally. Patrick devoted the last 30 years of his life, from roughly his late 40s to his late 70s, to his warrior children, that they might seize the everlasting kingdoms with all the energy and intent. Now look at them. Now they survived the Brits and their imperialism. They survived the famine, which I've heard there was no real famine. They just were starved by the fucking Brits. And then now they turned to socialism. Socialism and what's it called? Hey, we're going to take in 10,000 immigrants a day, which is cool, but Zug Island, a Detroit riot novel. Gregory A. Fournier. I wonder if he's, look at that. There's a beast's eye in there. Oh, God, it's the Nain Rouge. Do I want you to go? I want you to go to school, buddy, and learn. You can do what you want. Just don't ask for a shout out. Only people that get shout outs are goth chicks. Zug Island, a Detroit riot novel. This guy, Gregory A. Fournier, As I was going to say, I wonder if he's related to Alice Cooper, who was, I believe his name was Fournier. Fournier. He has taught English language arts for over 30 years in Michigan and Southern California, and spent 10 years at Coyamaca College in San Diego County. Let's see what year this was written. 2011, so he may be dead. But he signed it. I doubt it's worth anything. I don't know if he ever finished his other book, but since I collect novels, Detroit people, I will put this on my list. Gertrude Stein, Everybody's Autobiography. Easy for me to say. It doesn't really have any information on it, so I'm not sure. Anyway, autobiography. Does it say anyway? No, it says everybody's. Everybody's autobiography. Anyway, autobiography is easy. Like it or not, autobiography is easy. Does it say for? For anyone. And so this is to be everybody's autobiography. What the hell does that even mean? Let's go to the first page, see what it says. Alice B. Toklas did hers, and now anybody will do theirs. Alice B. Toklas says, and if they are all going to do theirs the way she did hers. In the first place, she did not want it to be Alice B. Toklas. If it has to be at all, it should be Alice Toklas, and in the French translation, it was Alice Toklas in French. It just could not be Alice B. Toklas. But in America and England, too, Alice B. Toklas was more than Alice Toklas. Alice Toklas never thought so and always said so. I didn't mean go to school right this minute, you fucking dunderhead. Don't talk back to your fucking Uncle Joe. Full of lust and good usage. Stephen Dunn. I know I have a book or two by this guy because I remember fucking getting it. And now here he is again, old furface. Stephen Dunn lives with his wife and two daughters in Port Republic. Yeah, I definitely have this guy's book. Invitation to a Lost Brother. After deciding to be more ascetic. Let's read this. You hate me? Don't hate me, buddy. That only makes me happy. After deciding to be more ascetic, I am kept awake by the suicides. I count jumping off buildings, those tormented sheep who've suddenly realized their lives have been spent in crowds, laughingstocks, lovers of fences. I open my eyes on them so they'll vanish, and they do. But then there is an emptiness I never counted on, and words in my throat like teeth that have always wanted to say something on their own, without a mouth, without a body. Each night it's the same, hungry, not yet beyond myself. I get up and head for the refrigerator. Inside, everything has changed. I hear myself thinking, that's the blood of a tomato. That's the torn hip of a calf. That's the poem the earth kept all winter. Touch any of these and something of yourself disappears. All right, buddy. What do you want me to say? You're still a kid. A kid is a kid. Letter to Minnesota, visiting the city again. Truck stop, Minnesota. Don't give a shit about Minnesota. Middle class prophecy. He is somewhere in our future, the beggar who gives change. He is waiting for us, perhaps, outside a department store, his pockets bulging like the stomachs of starved children. All hope in air. When we give him a quarter, he'll hand us a note marked, "This is only the beginning, friends." And we, who have never completed a single gesture, will carry that note for the rest of our lives. You're cussing at me and being rude, so you're being rude to me. I'm sorry. I mean, this is technically not an adult channel, but it's not for children, so. Walter Wagner, God Squad. The drama of the Detroit Police Chaplains Corps Trying to use God where guns have failed. I don't know if this is a novel or what the fuck it is. I mean, what the heck it is. I'm coming for you, and you're going to give me your gun, Chaplain Reed says. You can kill me if you want, but you'll have to explain to God why you took the blood of a man who bears you no ill will, who only wants to help you. Chaplain Reed moves into the room with Roosevelt Atkins. His gun looks like a cannon. Atkins backs up, covering in the corner. Don't come any closer or I'll shoot. What's troubling you? Tell me what's troubling you. I've just gone crazy. I'm tired of being one of life's losers. I've been out of work more than a year. I want to shoot back at the world. You've got a nice family, son, and I'm sure somebody in my congregation can help you get a job. All you have to do to get out of this mess is give me your gun. Don't be too proud or too foolish to accept help. Roosevelt Atkins collapses to the floor, dropping his rifle. Lead me to the Lord. I need the Lord so bad. The Lord's the only thing I haven't tried. I can face anything if God is with me. Chaplain Reed puts his arms around Roosevelt Atkins, prays for him, and quotes from John 3:3. Jesus answered and said unto him, Verily, verily, I say unto thee, except the man be born again, he cannot see the kingdom of God. Arm in arm, Chaplain Reed and Roosevelt Atkins walk from the building. An astonished inspector and two sharpshooters run to meet them. He won't give you any more trouble, Inspector, Chaplain Reed says. Be gentle with him. He's just found the Lord. Answer what? What do you got? The Change of Fate. Thorwald Deathlifson. Deathlifson. I don't know what you want me to answer. I got nothing for you except books. Every event is only a formal expression. Astrology and reincarnation. Let us return to our natal horoscope. We haven't seen that it represents a person's study plan for life, and as such, reveals a person's fate. The course of a person's life is already evident at birth. I'm 638 years old. How old are you? The importance of hypnosis is not to be found in its use, be that in therapy or in experiments. For those of us on the esoteric path, hypnosis can be seen rather as a danger because it involves a strong power whose use can get in the way of our true intentions. All right. Slavery and Christianity, The Untold Story by Dr. Marlene L. Garland Hill. This sister's telling you what it is. Slavery and Christianity, The Untold Story is a title that I did not choose. God chose it for me. God has a purpose and destiny for all of us. If we are fortunate and obedient, he will reveal it to us. Yeah. Why are you asking personal questions? It was one of the cruelest and most devastating atrocities against God's people in the history of humanity. Slavery robbed Africa and its descendants of wealth, natural resources, ancestral heritage, and true lineage, possibly forever. What is even more terrifying is the role Christians and Christianity supposedly played. Aren't kids getting banned from this platform in like 2 months? Pretty sure they are. Untold Tales, Unsung Heroes. I believe I already have this book, but since it has no barcode, I could not check, so I bought it again. Nancy Ann Green, Allen. Frickin' names does she have? Grew up on Detroit's west side, where her parents, Hattie P. and Presley Green, were community leaders and proprietors of a neighborhood business. Oh, what's this? you got, Nathan? University of Detroit Mercy, 2001-2002 basketball schedule. To marry a good friend who is the most caring and courageous human being I have ever known. Best wishes, Mackie. Is that who wrote this? No, Elaine Moon wrote it. Thanks, buddy. I feel cool. Murder and mayhem on Chicago's north side. Troy Taylor. Not in Chicago, but Chicago's basically the next city over, so here we go. And once that blood was spilled, it seemed that Chicago acquired a taste for it. In 1929, Chicago gangster Al Capone arranged a special St. Valentine's Day delivery for his favorite arch enemies, a massacre. 7 North Side mobsters were left dead, yet random killings and bizarre murders were not unfamiliar in Chicago. Tales of the city's most violent and puzzling murders make this gripping work truly hair-raising. A deranged stalker kills his love object and then himself. A sausage maker uses the tools of his trade to rid himself of his wife. I'll read that one. Hey, I'm going to make you into sausage, honey. Go to bed. It's got to be a German, right? Aren't Germans the sausage makers of the world? The Lutgert. I'd say he's German. Adolf Lutgert was born in Germany and came to America after the Civil War. He was an unhappy, even though he put together a fortune making sausage. Gin and jazz at the Green Mill. Jamestown, the buried truth. When I first looked at this, I thought it was Jonestown, where Jim Jones had the big murder thing, but no, it's just Jamestown. But I guess the same thing happened. They all died, so all but a few. And did anybody survive the Jamestown or the Jonestown massacre? I don't know if they did. It's a pretty cool outfit, buddy. What is that? One of the skeletons? Why are you digging these people up? Hey, we dug up the people of Jamestown. Isn't that fucking grave robbery? Where'd you find that person? Hey, we just dug up a bunch of graves and found some skeletons. What was life really like for the band of adventurers who first set foot on the banks of the James River in 1607? Finding James Fort, the challenges. That'd be pretty cool to find. The silver English halfpenny bearing the Tudor rose and thistle of James I, King of England and Scotland, and minted from 1606 to 1608, was found in one of the cellars, indicating a likely 1607 to 8 date for these makeshift quarters. There's Mary Geoffrey Galt. There he is. An English gentleman, 1610. The hell's in front of him? I can see that's a cape, but what's the front part? I don't know what that front part is. What is this? That's obviously his cape. Maybe it's a bib. Lastly, the Oracle from 1959. I believe this is Lansing, Michigan. Since I picked up two other yearbooks. Hey, there's the Swimmer Boys. Hey, buddy. The heck are they wearing? Underwear over their pants? Cameos. Why do you want to talk to me? Jesus Christ, what are you in fucking Interpol? I'm not interested in talking to little kids. You need to go find a channel that's appropriate for you. Hang out with some 7-year-olds. Mary, best of luck always, and congratulations, Vanessa Davis. That's me, Vanessa. Yeah, you need to go find other 10-year-olds. Should be talking to adults. You'll end up in the back of a van somewhere. Well, you're going to have to leave soon because I'm leaving in like 14 seconds. Future Teachers of America. There's Gene Cornell. Hey, there's Don Fisk. Billy Dunn. Patricia Donahue. What kind of spelling is that? Donahue. Oh, is that where they're all going to school at? College? He's just going to college. Hey, I'm just going to college. That's all. Yeah, I'm mad. I'm furious. I am angry at you. No. I don't care.